If you're buying the latest meme coin that your favorite influencer on Twitter or YouTube is talking about, you're doing it wrong. You're going to get absolutely roasted. If you don't believe me, go ahead and buy it or save it and then come back to this video a couple weeks later and then you'll be like, oh wow, okay. How do I know? Because I've done it several times. So I'm just trying to share with you guys the mistakes that I've made so you don't make them. So in today's video, I put together a complete guide if you guys are wanting to get into the meme coin game. And this strategy allowed me to turn $5,000 into over $100,000. So I'll give you guys the step-by-step guide in order to do this, as well as to deploy a successful strategy. There are a couple of rules for this, and I will go into it. But if you guys are new to Drake on Digital, I talk all things crypto, DeFi, NFTs. I tried to talk about trends before they even become a trend. So if that's your cup of tea, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, tell me where you guys are watching this video from, and let's go ahead and get into it. So the very first step is to simply start with a fresh wallet. Do not use your daily HODL wallet for meme coins. This is the meme game. You want to keep this completely separate. It's degen, and keep this separate from the HODL portfolio as well as your day-to-day use. There are some meme coins that you may buy that could be an absolute rug, or some meme coins could be some malicious contracts. You want a separate wallet for this. The second reason why you want to use a second wallet is this is how we are going to track to see what we need to buy or sell. The wallets I like to use for this are going to be Phantom and Rabby. I'll drop a link in the description below for this tweet so you guys can access it. But when you guys are using a fresh wallet, you'll be able to see what the balances are. And if it's a really degen meme coin, you can actually add a custom token to it. So here's an example of a random meme coin wallet that I have. As you can see here, this has like a little portfolio tracker on the Rabby wallet. You can see it fluctuates up and down, but when you click on it, you can expand and see what type of tokens you have. Like this is just some random meme coin. This is some random GameFi meme coin. GameFi, this is just some random meme coin. The point is you want to see what is outperforming and what's underperforming. Right now, these are just random ones. And if your meme coin just simply happens to be super degen, you can actually paste the contract address right here, and then you can save that token into the wallet. That way, the wallet actually recognizes what the token is. And basically, the strategy on this is you're going to deploy a 100, 200, whatever you consider quote unquote coffee money for you. And to denominate how much that is, you do not want to invest more than 3 to 5% of your portfolio. So if your portfolio is 10K, you do not want to be throwing more than $300 to $500 at meme coins. You're going to get absolutely roasted if you do that, because the expectation is some of these will pay off, but there is a chance that every single one of them goes to zero. That's kind of if you're really bad at picking memes. But don't worry, guys. I'll give you guys some more details so you guys can break it down. But that is the strategy right there. So the goal is for the winners to pay for the losers. I'll give you an example of one of them that just absolutely killed it. This was WIF. This was one of those tokens that was shared to me around $100,000 to $200,000 market cap. I absolutely faded this. It was back over here. But if I simply just threw like $100 at this, I mean, you can just calculate the multiples on that. I could basically have hundreds of different losers. This one ended up doing over a 2000x. So basically I can pick 2,000 different meme coins and all of them absolutely send to zero. When you play the meme game, a little bit of money can go a long way. Now, of course, if you're playing on something like Ethereum, you do need to be a bit of a whale. If you're going to be playing this game on a couple of other chains like Phantom, Avalanche, Solana, Base, you can play around with smaller amounts because the gas fees are significantly lower and the game is not skewed against you. You need to look at this like a game. Now, lastly is the profit-taking strategies for step one. Make sure you set these. These are super important, and do not deter away from these. If you set something, keep it. Don't keep pushing it up. It's really tempting to keep pushing it up, especially when you see that meme coin just absolutely mooning. Eventually, there will be a day reckoning, and you'll wake up and this thing will be down 90%. Don't be that guy who rides on paper infinite gains and doesn't capture any of them. You don't want to be that guy. And that's what 90% of the meme coin traders do. They just get absolutely roasted and they end up holding the bag. There is not a ton of liquidity on these things, so you want to make sure you get out of the door. So a simple rule of thumb for me is if it does a 5x from entry, I take out 20%. If it does another 5x, another 20%. Another 5x, another 20%. And it's not a 5x from entry, it's a 5x after 5x after 5x. So let's say it goes from 100K to 500K, that's a 5x. Take out my initials, and then if it goes from 500K to 2.5 mil, then I take out another 20%. The reason for that is you will always have a position in that coin no matter how high it goes, because 20% of 100 makes it 80% left. But if I take a 20% out of that 80%, now it's only like 15% actually being taken out of the original. So in theory, I will always have that moon bag. And if something pulls a whiff, I will still have exposure to it. Now let's go and get into step 2. We have a fresh wallet, but let's lay the ground rules. First is do not invest more than you're willing to lose. This is numero uno, important number 1. Like, just don't do this. Second is do not invest more than 2 to 3% of the port in memes. If you're really degen, you can scoot up to 5%, but understand there's a chance that all these things will absolutely go to zero. And yes, they are going to zero eventually. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Third is don't FOMO. Fourth, diversify. Fifth is aim for the sub 1 to 2 mil market cap coins. Let me explain the reasoning behind this. If you are buying a coin that it's at 100 mil market cap, like, just be real with yourself. Is it likely that this thing is going to reach a 10 billion, 20 billion, or even a 1 billion market cap? Now, it depends how big it is or what it is, but let's just conceptualize this a little bit better. If I have a token that is currently trading at a 100 mil market cap and I'm buying this meme coin on Phantom, the actual TVL of the chain is 115 mil. Do I really expect my meme coin to reach a $10 billion market cap? No, not at all, because that's like 100x what the chain TVL is. You have to set expectations for it. However, if I go on to something like Ethereum and I'm like, okay, well, there's $54 billion in TVL. That's where you can get your things like your Pepe that ends up going to like a 5 bill or 6 bill market cap, or your things like, or even something like WIF on Solana. This one is definitely a exception, but you can see WIF went to about a 1.7 billion. You can see here the Solana market cap is 2.98 billion. It is still under that. Now, keep in mind, like, you really can't exit this. Like, everyone holding WIF cannot exit. There's only $14 million in liquidity here, even with a $1.7 billion market cap. So that's something you got to understand with these memes. There's only going to be, it's probably only going to be 5% of these holders are actually going to be able to realize what's here. Not even that much. I was being generous on that, and that's as long as it keeps teetering its way up. But just trying to put that into perspective so you guys can understand that risk to reward avenue on it. Now, this one is really important. 6 is aim for the chains with a lot of liquidity and increasing TVL. These are going to be chains like Solana, Arbitrum, Base, ETH, and potentially even like Avalanche and Phantom as they are going into the bull run. A simple way you can do this is just see these stablecoin flows on each of these different chains. DeFi Llama has a really good tool for this, and there's a couple of other tools that you guys can use like UniWhales or Token Terminal just to see where the liquidity is flowing. If you see stablecoins increasing, this is a good sign. That means you have a non-PvP environment. However, when it's decreasing, the game is much harder. And if you aren't an insider, the game is skewed against you and you are going to get roasted. Again, how do I know? Because I got absolutely roasted. So do not make the same mistakes I made. So aiming for those chains that have a lot of liquidity and are increasing. The higher it is, the higher chance or the greater risk to reward on that potential meme coin that you have, because the ceiling is not as low. You can actually raise that ceiling as you have a higher market cap. Like, I do not expect a $10-20 billion market cap token to be born on something like a Phantom or born on something like a Harmony One chain. It's because the TVL isn't that high. However, on Ethereum, oh yeah, I could definitely see a couple multi-billion-dollar meme coins launching on there because the pool of capital around there just looking to buy stuff is there. Now, number 7 is take out your principal at a 3 to 5x, determining how degen you are. If you are less risk off and you're like, hey, I want to build my ETH bag, then do a 3x and then compound that into ETH. But as you get further into the bull, it's best to take that into stable coins. Your goal at the end of the day is stack as much ETH and Bitcoin as you can. That's just the game of crypto if you're unfamiliar with the meta game. Now, number 8 is look for viral trends on social platforms. Ones that are cute, ones that are funny, memorable, memeable. These are going to be ones that are typically around major events or things. Some examples are like Manga, which is the Trump token, of course, around the upcoming election, or Biden, like Joe Biden. It's literally a meme on Joe Biden. Like, here, I'll show you the meme so you guys can see what it is, but it's basically just making Biden. It's just making a meme of Joe Biden. If you take a look at Bowden here, you can see it's like, what the snap? Own only Bowden and be happy. It's like the dumbest meme ever. But it was able to zoom to a 33 mil cap. And this started like, I don't know, 100, 200K cap. So the returns on that are basically incalculable. Now, number 9 is don't overthink it. If you laugh, if you smirk, if you look at this meme or show it to your friend and they're just instantly, they give a reaction to it, buy it. Especially if it's sub 1 to 2 mil, because retail is going to be your customer in the future. When retail comes in, as they already are starting to come in, if they laugh or smirk or it draws some sort of emotion to them, like an, oh, that's cute, like the whiff dog, they're going to be buying it. They're going to be looking at it and they're going to be rooting for it. Or they'll talk about it on Twitter or they'll talk about it on TikTok. That's your bet on these things, is looking for these things to start to go viral. That's what happened with whiff. Number 10, guys, you need to follow these rules. These are super important or you'll get roasted. Number 10 is when you take profits, move them into another wallet. If you leave them in that same wallet, your pockets are going to be burning like, what do I buy? What do I buy? What do I buy? This is a slot machine. Like the meme coin game is a slot machine. At the end of the day, it will take all your money. So you need to take the profits out into another wallet and put it into the HODL bags or the long-term storage bags or even cash it out into the bank. If you're playing with the house money, it really doesn't matter at that point what happens. If it goes up, cool. If it goes down, okay, well, opportunity cost. Number 11 is retail is your customer. So if your friend or your wife approves of this token and they see the logo and laugh, it's a win. 12 is be humble. 13, give all the glory to him because he is going to be giving you everything in this. And then, of course, do not break any of these rules. Step 3 involves what to buy. Look for memes around events that have mid to long-term staying power. So these are going to be things like animals, dogs, cats, viral TikTok memes. These are going to be things that are like, okay, I remember this. Or they can be things that relate to the founders of a particular chain or a protocol, depending on where you are. Some examples of this is like on Base, you have a token called Toshi. Toshi is the cat of Brian Armstrong, or the name of Brian Armstrong's cat. So the meme around that is, well, on Base chain, it's Brian's chain, Toshi the cat. You have a cult-like community that envelops around this. That is your meme coin. And it's currently trading at like a 40 mil market cap. And then you have something like Himmel. Himmel is the name of Vitalik's cat. This is a meme coin on Ethereum. This thing is around a 50 mil market cap. Or you have ones like Pepe. Pepe is basically a iconic meme or a iconic symbol in the crypto ecosystem. Back in 2016, they had a thing called Rare Pepes. These were one of the first little Bitcoin NFT things, and that is actually a piece of history in crypto. Hence why you see like Pepe or even Awasi. Awasi is basically an iconic crypto meme. So different things like this are going to be ones that are going to relate to different events or themes. So if you have a really iconic or a memorable meme that relates to someone in crypto as well as in retail, that is going to be something that is huge, which an example of this is Dogecoin. Everyone knows dogs. Everyone loves dogs videos. Everyone loves dogs. However, Dogecoin is the first meme coin in crypto. It's a really iconic meme, hence why dogs are really popular tokens. They have like Shib, they have Floki. Now, cats are cool, even though cats are a really viral internet thing, but we don't have it's not really a iconic symbol for crypto. Dogs are more iconic, but that's not saying cat coins are bad. I'm just giving you guys an example so you guys can think for yourself. Now, step 4 involves where to buy. You need to look for the catalyst around the meme. Don't worry, guys. After we finish these steps, I'll give you guys some examples so you guys can understand. But step 4 involves where to buy. Look for the catalyst around the meme. This could be a airdrop for the chain. This could be liquidities, incentives for the chain. This could be easy access to retail in the future. So when I say easy access to retail, this would be like future exchange listings on Coinbase, Robinhood, etc. Easy off-ramps for Robinhood are going to be towards Arbitrum in the future. And for Coinbase, it's going to be on Base Chain. So those are some really nice catalysts you can look for some memes. So if you're looking for memes, you can search on Base Chain for some of those different memes, predicating on the fact that, okay, look, Coinbase, Base Chain, retail is like, I'm on Coinbase. I want to feel like I did something. Let me do this DeFi stuff. And then they go to Base. Or if retail is just super lazy and you're just betting on the fact that Coinbase is probably going to list some of its meme coins on its exchange. Like, just like, hey, retail, buy this coin. Like they did with Doge, Shib, or any of the other random meme coins. Then you need to have these thoughts in your heads at all times. Retail is the customer for this. It needs to be easy for them. You need to buy the things or think of buying the things that you think retail will buy. They are the customer. You are simply just buying in advance before they do. Your goal is not to bag hold these things to zero. You do want to eventually sell these things, especially like as it rides up. Now, step number 5 involves when to buy. The higher the market cap gets for the token, the lower the risk to reward. So if you're simply buying like a 100, 200, 300, or a 1 billion market cap token, or if you're buying something like WIF, be honest with yourself. Like, how high do you actually think this is going to go? Do you think this is going to go to a $100 billion market cap and be the next Doge? Come on, guys. How many times have you heard the next ETH killer? And ETH is still number 1 for the past 8 years or 7 years for the different smart contract tokens. The same concept applies for the memes. I'm not saying WIF isn't going to outperform and do extremely well, but the risk to reward on that is like, okay, do I want to invest in this and do a 60x from here and just, I don't know, maybe it'll do something, or invest like a fraction of that capital into a smaller meme coin that ends up doing a 2, 3, 4,000x. And I get the same returns that I would have on WIF, and I still have exposure to ETH. So ETH is an easy bet that we believe is going to go to at least 10, 15K. From at these prices, that's going to be at least a 4x from here. So just going on the fact of that is like, okay, I can still have my exposure to the crypto upside at ETH with less risk to the downside. And I can still play in the meme coin game by taking a small percentage of that portfolio and throwing it at a couple of calculated positions. So that's why I say for this strategy, I aim for like the 1 to 2 mil market cap and below. Now, you can go for a little bit higher, like if it's like 5, 10 mil, especially if you're messing with ETH, but you better bet your buns that that meme is really good and the team is on point. And that is another factor that you need to calculate in. It's not about the memes. It's about the team. Team can save a really, really bad meme because they're able to market and press for it. The team is more important than the meme itself. The meme is good, like it's a good portion of it. But if you're picking a poo-poo team, then it's not going to happen. And you need to be able to dig in the trenches and see who these good teams are. They don't have to be the best of the best, but you'll be able to tell how good that team is based on how their website looks, how they portray themselves on Twitter, the memes that they generate. Basically, the better they are at generating the memes and the better they are at marketing, the more viral they will be and the higher the potential upside it is. If the meme is really simple, it's easy to go viral, like dog with hat. You can simply do pet with hat or bird with hat or burger with hat, house with hat. It's literally like easy. Now, if you're doing something like banana, it's like, okay, banana, cool. Wait, why are we talking about bananas? You want something that's able to be drawn and talked about more and more. And even some things that are just like common search terms. Like everyone searches dogs, everyone searches cats. Dog with hat, everyone's already searching a dog. They see a dog with hat and it's like, oh, what the snap? What is this with thing? Now, step number 6 involves how to buy. Preferably, you want to look for ones that are harder to buy for retail and ones that you can get in on the ground floor. If you're buying some meme coins on Binance, your upside is like 0. Okay, they aren't actually 0, but if you're taking it into perspective with meme coins, your expectation is not to make a 10, 20x on this coin. Your expectation is making a minimum of a 300x or a 200x on a meme coin. The reason I say this is because the risk to reward is just not for you if you are just looking for a quick 10 or 20x. There are altcoins for that, and they have the potential to at least not go down 80%. And altcoins at least have the ability to not go down like 99.99999%. They may go down like 90%, but there's a huge difference between being down 90% and 99%. If you invest $100 and you're down 90%, you have $10 left. But if you invest $100 in a meme coin and it goes down 99.99999%, you have like a penny left. A penny versus $10 is a massive difference. That's 1,000x difference. So just putting that into perspective, down 90% versus 99.99999% is 1,000x difference. Let that sink in. Think in those terms, not in dollar values. Like $10 versus a penny, yeah, who cares? But think in X's and multiples and percentages. This is how you are going to buy. If you're in ordinals and doginals, this is much easier because basically you have to mint this. When I say easier, it's easier to get in on the ground floor and not basically be buying the tops. You can just get in at the cost of gas. Like everyone has to get in that cost. You want to spread your bets when you're doing this as well. Don't overbet on things. If you're like, oh, this is a viral meme, this is the best thing in the world, I'm going to throw $10,000 at it. Remember, you can only invest 3 to 5% of your port. If 5% of your port is 10 grand and you're throwing it at one meme, you can't buy any other memes. Don't break that rule. Like if you overinvest, at the end of the day, there is going to be a rotation from this narrative and that thing is going to zero. Every single one of them, they will go to zero. If you don't believe me, just look at all the classic meme coin charts. They basically trend to zero. Now, just like narratives around crypto tokens, the same occurs for these memes. Just like you have AI, DePen, or decentralized science, decentralized social, DeFi, GameFi, just like you have those categories, those same categories apply for the meme coins. You have categories like animals, dogs, cats, rats. You have current events. You have themes of the chain. You have viral trends. These are different themes that will rise to the top. And specifically when one trend is hot, that's when you start looking at the other ones and you start to see rumblings of it. When a trend gets extremely hot, like way too hot, that's your time to start to rotate in the next. Just like we have that rotation in classic crypto, the same rotation occurs for the meme coins. I'll drop a tweet in the description below so you guys can read this, but this is just explaining the crypto metagame. Kobe writes a really good Substack on this, but let's go ahead and give you guys a couple of examples so you guys can go out there and do with it what you will. So I want to talk about a couple of the phantom meme coins. The reason for this is there's some catalysts going for it. First is they are basically going to have a airdrop. They're going to have on-chain incentives, and I expect liquidity to flow on the chain. Kirby is one of those meme coins. Now, I mean, your risk to reward is much lower now. There are a couple of other meme coins like that are lower market cap, but I don't want to talk about in this video because it's basically just, they're too small. They will just pump and people will get hurt. So if you guys are looking for those type of meme coins, I'd share them in my Discord. The link is in the description below. So if you want to see those plays I'm looking at in the market, that will be in the Discord. But going back into Kirby, giving this an example, if you don't know the history on Blue Kirby, you actually have a little blurb right here on Deck Screener. But basically one of the dudes that was talked about, when I say dudes, I'm talking about Blue Kirby. It was talked about several times, and it was acknowledged by Andre. Could have been his alias, or it could have just been someone else helping to build the Yearn Finance protocol. But the whole meme around this is Andre Cronje is basically the dude behind Phantom. Blue Kirby, his right-hand man, or him himself, help him with Yearn Finance. It's all just a meme, and it relates to Phantom. So think of this like a iconic piece in crypto history, like Yearn Finance. Yearn Finance is really iconic to the DeFi ecosystem. Andre Cronje is acknowledged as the father of DeFi. Just things like this. Or you even have something like Banana Cat. This one is a multi-million-dollar market cap token. But if you take a look at Banana Cat, this is a viral internet meme. Like, it's the dumbest thing in the world. Banana Cat just happened to be a really viral TikTok meme. And you can see here, it even explains it right there. It was just different internet memes that already have or show up really high in the search results, or some things that people search. Am I bullish on this long term? No, not at all. It's a meme coin. This is one of those things you get in, get out. And if you have a moon bag, you do what you want with it. Or of course you have something classic like Pepe the Frog. Remember, we just talked about rare Pepes. This ended up going extremely well. One, because the team was just a really strong team that launched this project, and they were really good at pushing the coin. Second is Pepe is just a iconic theme in the crypto ecosystem. So just different things like this. Now you're probably thinking, how in the world do you search for these things? Well, we'll actually give you an example. So if we go on to AVAX, if we were going to look for some viral memes over here, you would just go on to the AVAX chain. So Cock is one of the most popular memes on Avalanche right now, and it's currently a $276 million market cap. The Avalanche team talks about this project a lot. They're basically saying memes are going to be how they drive volume to their chain. Do I think it's a good idea to buy here? Well, if you're expecting a 300x, no, not at all. But if you're expecting, I don't know, like a 50, 100x, it may or may not do that. It's probably more likely it'll do like a 10 to 20x. But do I think it's going to do that? It's highly unlikely, but there is a big chance that it does, especially if Avalanche gets popular. But the way you can do this is you simply filter based on the, not price, but you filter based on the volume. Now, you can see which ones are getting a lot of volume. Like Wolf, Land Wolf, maybe this is something, maybe it isn't. AVAX has no chill. This could be a really strong meme coin. You can see here that the volume is good. The liquidity is pretty good. The FDV, it's around 15 mil. Now, I think it's a little bit high. Maybe it's not. Obviously, time will tell. But those are just different things that you look for. Or Emun Gun Shoeta. Maybe this could be one. This one looks like it's newer just based on the amount of volume that it has. But the liquidity isn't locked. So you also got to be scared. Like they could just rug this. But yeah, you can see here this launched like a day ago. And now looking at this meme, this is basically a derivative of Bowden. So for you to understand this, you need to study the culture of memes. Like I look at this and this is a derivative. How do I know this? Because I go to Joe Bowden. Joe Bowden was the original one that was on Solana. This guy started it all. 32 mil cap. This guy is the first mover. All the rest, they are literally just derivatives of it, and they're reflexive to this. Don't be the person who is like, I'm buying this meme coin because I saw Bowden moon. Now this one should moon too because it's the same thing. It never works like that. The blue chips are always the best. But let's go back to what we're talking about on AVAX, just so I can give you guys some other examples. But you need to study these memes if you are going to be getting into this game. Studying the memes is actually more important than picking the memes themselves. Like cock is literally just a chicken. Now, chicken, fighting, avalanche, meme coin, this is where it originated here. Or AVAX has no chill. I'm not in tune into the culture on Avalanche for this, but I assume this has something to do with like Avalanche's just number go up, or they're constantly delivering, or things like that. But again, you filter based on volume, and then you see what the meme is. Preferably you look for a locked LP. And then after you find those different things, if it's under a certain ratio, you can determine and look at the market and probabilities. If it's like a 200 mil cap, what is the likelihood that it's going to go and do another 2, 3, 400x? Highly unlikely. If it's a 1 mil cap, what's the likelihood that the 1 mil cap will go into 100 mil? Highly likely. How? Because you have multiple $200-300 million market cap meme coins, and this is on Avalanche. Now, you also have to keep into perspective, like, am I going to get a $20 billion market cap meme coin on Avalanche? No, like, you're just not. If you look at the market cap on AVAX, it's $1 billion. Why would I expect a meme coin to do $10-20 billion? I don't. So I don't put that as a probability on Avalanche. Now, sure, can Avalanche TVL moon in the future? Of course. But what's the likelihood of having a $20 billion market cap meme on something that at its peak had a 10 billion market cap? It's likely, but it's highly unlikely. So that's just how you put that into perspective. Now, let me give you another example of a team that has a team that's really good and they have really strong memes. This is the Stanley Cup coin. This one is a higher market cap. I'm not saying like, hey, go buy this coin. I'm just giving you guys examples. The time to buy this coin was like here. The time to buy it is not now. Now, sure, can it go to like a 1 billion, 2 billion market cap? Of course it can. Now, is it likely? Well, your risk to reward is much lower here than it was down here. You have a better reward and a lower risk when it's like basically at zero. But it's Stanley Cup coin. Now, the thesis on this is like 7 billion people, 1 billion cups. You do the math. It's basically a viral TikTok meme. If you go on TikTok and you search Stanley Cup or, just Stanley Cup, people are talking about different Stanley Cups. And if you go on to their Twitter account and you check out their website, very well put together, and you check out the different memes that they have on Twitter, it's like, okay, well, these guys know what they're doing. Like, you can simply just scroll and look at Stan, and you can see the memes are extremely good. Like, I mean, look at this. They have like meme generators around this junk. Like someone generating a cup with a football. They even did one with Ansem. Ansem is a huge Solana bull. They ended up making a Stanley Cup meme around Ansem. Like Ansem pictures all over the wall. Like, I mean, you literally just scroll through these memes, and if you start to laugh at some of them or they draw some sort of emotion, then there's something there. So that's what you want to look for with some of these things. In particular, you want to have someone who's like retail or like your wife look at these things, and if they start laughing, then that's probably a good one. Are you going to get all the winners? Of course not. Are you going to hit a bunch of losers? Of course you are. Are you going to hit some winners? Yeah, you will. And the goal at the end of the day is to have the winners pay for the losers. But anyways, guys, I don't want to harp on this too long, but the point I'm trying to make is there is a strategy for this, and you need to execute a strategy for it. If not, you're going to be throwing money at a wall, and eventually it's just going to like be gone forever. So if you want to do that, just simply just burn it. You'll get rid of the money much quicker. And keep in perspective, when everyone is talking about meme coins, the time to do this is not now. The time to do this is when meme coins cool off. I do believe we will have another wave of meme coins going into the bull run. And potentially this one could just do a small cool off, like we saw like a small dip on Bitcoin and ETH. The same applies to meme coins. However, in a bear market, these things just go to zero. So the best strategy would be accumulating some of these memes in a bear market. Also keep in mind, the person who launches the meme coin is more important than the meme itself. Team behind that meme coin can make a poo-poo meme into a successful one. Also, if you guys want to see the different memes I'm buying and what I'm doing in the market, links in the description below to join the exclusive Discord. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay safe, be good. And if you guys are one of the mentors or holders of the Wisdom One-Liner NFT, drop a comment in the description below. I will be picking one of the random comments that actually hold one of these NFTs. Yes, I will verify you have one of these NFTs, and you will get access to the Discord. I'll be doing a giveaway in the next video. Yes, we'll be doing more giveaways for NFT holders in the bull run. But let's go ahead and hit you guys with a Wisdom One-Liner. We're going to hit you guys with Proverbs chapter 15 verses 27 because I think this relates to meme coins. The greedy bring ruin to their households, but the one who hates bribes will live. Don't be greedy, be good, be righteous. Peace.